Alright, in today's do-it-yourself series we are changing a set of brake pads. There's a right way to do things, there's a wrong way to do things, but there's also a few ways in between. This is, and also if you find yourself in an emergency stuck on the side of the road and you have the bare necessities to do the job. So you're going to jack the car up, make sure it's relatively secure. You don't need to put yourself under the car in any way, shape or form. You're going to crack the nuts on the wheel in an anti-clockwise rotation. So while the car is on the ground stationary, that's when you want to crack the tension at first. You're going to jack the car into the air, and then you should be able to continue to undo them just about with just your finger strength or the required tool. So these are 19mm by the looks of it. Most wheel nuts come in at 21 or in 19. 4 stud or 5 stud. As you can notice here, you probably experienced this already. When your brake pads run low, they will, you can see in there, they will scrape. They will be what's called metal to metal. So very obvious, unpleasant sound, but it's an easy fix. So that is step one. If you don't have much in the way of jack stands, you can always use like a tire or something. I mean, not under the car, so there's no real danger, but you can really damage the car if it were to fall onto something that's not supported by the wheel. Another piece of advice I would suggest, if you purchase these on your own, depending on the make and model, there can still be various types of pads that don't suit what you might be looking for. So what you want to do is take them out like so, and you want to match them with the ones that are in your caliper. Once you've matched them, you can put them in, because it may be very difficult to get a refund or change them over at the store if you were to, let's say, take them out of the packaging or attempt to fit them or get them dirty. It may be very difficult to get them changed over or get a refund. So that's something, especially if you're balling on a budget, it'd be something I'd make sure that you have the right pads. So I think this wheel has come off in some time. The wheel nut's off. The wheel is completely off the ground. It should come off relatively easy. Try tapping it, bashing it. Just watch the video then on YouTube about giving it a decent back kick. So hopefully this works, and this video helping me will help you with the rest of the video. Circle of life, hopefully. Tell you what, that was not easy to get off. It's a good feeling though. Good feeling like giving up. Getting that fucking thing off we're now officially halfway through. Alright, so we kind of skipped step 3, 4, 5, 6. See here you got your piston. We're going to push that back using a screwdriver. So just gently leverage the piston back. This piston here, it's got a rubber seal, and push it back with a screwdriver. And then once that piston's back, I mean, sure, if you're in a garage and you've got a piston pusher, awesome. But if we're on the side of the road, we use a screwdriver, drive the piston back. Be cautious of the brake fluid in the engine. That might overflow and brake fluid can strip the paint, so be cautious of that. Make sure both of these are well lubricated, the slides, so your brakes don't seize or get jammed. We've got the new Brembo pads in there. Ideally, if we had access to a brake lathe or something, we could get this machined, or you can put new discs on there. Also making sure that our threads here for the wheel nuts are nice and lubed. You know, I say you can never have too much lube. Then we're going to put the wheel back on, tighten the wheel nuts in a clockwise manner, and just to finish up, I'm going to show you the amount of tension to use. Now, people say you can over torque them and snap them, but I mean, it's better to have them on tight, on properly, than not at all, or coming off halfway through a drive at some stage. So as you can see here, we've got first class safety, got a tire under the car, and some Walmart, Kmart jack that has done the job very well. So there you go, that is how to fit brake pads on a balling on a budget side of the road Southeast Asia in the dark project. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys, as you fit your tool, make sure you got plenty of leverage. That's the length of the bar. Really don't be afraid. Give it a good wrench. You also want to cross the tension, so as you work to tighten them up, you want to go across the wheel, so to speak. If you had a 5 stud, you could go perfectly from one stud to the other. In this case, we just go across, delivering the tension of the hub flush on the wheel. Then we're going to put the wheel down and then just double, triple check those are tight one more time. Obviously the wheel's on the right way, the pads are fitted. Always double and triple check your work. Make sure your tools are clean. Put away your trash. You're good to go.